Attention, all Seventh-day Adventists. We are in a crisis. The General Conference 2025 session is just days away. We need to do our duty and warn the GC session delegates to vote no on accepting the predetermined agenda. Voting yes to the predetermined agenda takes away your God-given authority as a delegate and places the control in the hands of a small group of men. It takes away your right to bring up issues and concerns that the Holy Spirit has placed on you individually. Ellen White, one of the founders of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, made this statement. At times, when a small group of men entrusted with the general management of the work have, in the name of the General Conference, sought to carry out unwise plans and to restrict God's work, I have said that I could no longer regard the voice of the General Conference represented by these few men as the voice of God. But this is not saying that the decision of a General Conference composed of an assembly of duty-appointed representative men from all parts of the field should not be respected. God has ordained the representatives of His church from all parts of the earth, when assembled in a General Conference, shall have authority. The error that some are in danger of committing is in giving to the mind and judgment of one man or in a small group of men the full measure of authority and the influence that God has invested in His church in the judgment and voice of the General Conference assembled to plan for the prosperity and the advancement of His work. Testimonies for the Church, Volume 9, page 260, 261, 1909. By voting yes to the predetermined agenda, you, as a delegate, will be doing exactly what Ellen White counseled us not to do. You, as a delegate, would be given to the minds of a small group of men the authority to predetermine every issue and agenda that could possibly be talked about or brought up. This essentially shuts down every delegate's ability to bring up any issues or voice any concerns on the floor to be voted. If the delegate vote yes in support of the predetermined agenda, then they can only vote yes or no on topics that have already been determined by others. The delegates lose their right and responsibility to nominate new or old leaders and can only vote on leaders that have been pre-chosen in advance. By voting yes to the predetermined agenda, delegates are also deprived of their responsibility to bring up and address new or old concerns or issues in the church outside of what has been outlined in the agenda, which is tightly controlled by others before the session even started. Remember, according to God's counsel, His delegates hold the highest authority on earth. He has invested you, His duly appointed representatives, with authority to vote the agenda. Do not give away this God-given authority and responsibility to the minds of a few men. Do not vote yes for the predetermined agenda set forth at the very beginning of the session. Pray and let the Holy Spirit lead you to exercise your God-given authority to address and voice the true concerns and issues in the church today.
For more information and to find out how you can help get this urgent message to all Seventh-day Adventists, please, there are only a few days left before GC 2025 starts.
Don't delay in going to gccrisis2025.com. Please tell everybody.